In Lesson 41, we look at units and unit multipliers. Example 1, it says, use a unit multiplier to change 600 inches to feet. So what we're going to do is put our 600 inches on top of a bar here. And then we need to think about how many inches are in a foot. And there are 12 inches in a foot, so we would put 12 inches on the bottom and then 1 foot on top. And that way the inches will cancel out diagonally. And now we can just leave this as 600 over 12, or we could go ahead and divide that into 50 feet. But on many of these longer problems, we can just leave them in that format, and that's perfectly fine. In example 2, it says use unit multipliers to convert 44 square feet to square inches. So I'll put the 44 feet squared on my top line. And then I think about how many square inches are in a square foot, or how many inches are in a foot. And again, that's 12. So there's 12 inches in 1 foot. But here's the thing, this foot is squared. So if I'm thinking about square feet, I will need to square my units. So that will be 12 squared. And then we can just leave our answer like that. The feet squared canceled, so it's in inches squared. In example 3, it says use unit multipliers to convert 42 square yards to square inches. So this time I'm going to have 42 yards squared on top. And I'm going to think about how many inches are in a yard. And that would be 36. So in 1 yard, now remember this is squared, so if there's 36 in just a regular yard, then I'll need to square that, so that'll be square inches. And then just leave your answer like that. In example 4, it says use unit multipliers to convert 16 cubic miles to cubic inches. So this time we're going to have some more multipliers. So we'll have 16 miles cubed. And I need to think, there's a step between inches and miles. I would want to change the miles to feet, and then the feet to inches. So in 1 mile cubed, there's 5,280 feet in just 1 mile, but since it's cubed, I'm going to have to cube my unit. So the miles will cancel, and this will be in feet cubed. And then I'll think about how many inches are in a foot, and that's 12. But since it's cubed, to cancel out the cubes, I need to cube my units. And then I can leave my answer just like that. Okay, so whenever you have several of these multipliers, you can just leave your answer as it is. And this is called the picket fence method, or some people refer to it as that. And that way you know your units are always going diagonally so that you can cancel them. So my miles were on top, so I needed my miles on bottom to cancel. Feet were on top, so I needed the feet on bottom to cancel. And just keep that in mind when you're setting them up, but they usually go diagonally like that.